everyone, welcome to Hooray It's Thursday with Courtney here on the beautiful Central Coast, New South Wales in Australia. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator and welcome to my Facebook page. I'm going to make a card with you this afternoon and like normal I'm not prepared. Well, I am prepared, but I have not decided really what I'm going to do, so you get to make it along with me. Earlier on my Facebook page, actually late last night, I threw out a question as to what colour you prefer. Bermuda Bay was definitely a winner, but it was nice to see that everybody had some love for some of the other colours as well. The colours I chose all seem to be my favourite at the moment. I do flip here and there. My overall favourite is actually crushed curry, and I know that none of you have actually seen that for a while, but that's okay. I'm sure I'll bring that back at a later stage. Today, though, we're going to play with Bermuda Bay. We have a challenge on my team page. As joining Stampin' Up, you become part of a team. On a team page that I belong to, we have a challenge, and it's black, white, and a colour. So you guys helped me with that, even if you didn't realise that you were doing it, and that was, you've picked Bermuda Bay. So let's play and see where it takes us. I've got some designer series paper with me. Believe it or not, I've only got one stamp set with me. I might need to grab another one, but that's okay. We'll see what happens. Okay, so let's turn this baby around. I'm going to turn you around before I show you my ceiling today and get you focused on my table. All right, so a little bit outside view. And once again, we've got no earbuds, but I'm sure if I just put them in now, that'd work. Here, there's your colour selection that you had to pick from. And let's stick these babies in and see how we go. Just turn on and do their thing. Hopefully you can all hear me. Okay, so the colours I got you to pick from: Pacific Point, Bermuda Bay, Poppy Parade, Mango Melody, Granny Apple Green, Magenta Madness. Some beautiful brights that we have there. Okay, so I'll just get all of this happening. Welcome to Harassed. Oh, did you see that? Got you going twice. See that? Yep, and again. All right, so let's get this happening. I can see all your comments and everything now as well. So we'll just squeeze you in a little bit. That didn't work, but them's the breaks. Okay, so what I've pulled out is I've got my Bermuda Bay ink. I did pull out my blending brush and the new masks. I've got a class coming up with these new masks in a couple of weeks' time, so I've been having a bit of a play, and they're so pretty. I do really like this one. If you're interested, the classes in the events tab, you'll find it there. There's 6. So 2 flower ones that go together and a butterfly one, which I've tangled up here. And you can see these butterflies go together. That flower one goes with that one there as well. All right, and then there's 3 backgrounds, and the backgrounds are rather pretty. They're actually cut so beautifully. This one, I'm not sure how I'd go about using that. It'd be really great with a spritzer, but it's like all leaves. Okay, but so I pulled them over just in case I decided to use them. Has anyone else got these? They're lots of fun. So I've got my Bermuda Bay because I thought, well, everything has to be Bermuda Bay, doesn't it? So I've got my Bermuda Bay markers, but I've also got my black and white. So I've pulled out black and white designer series paper. You'll notice that the pattern play in the back of the catalogue which is the hostess set, which I have been playing with quite a bit, is black and white on one side. That's just my little scrap of Bermuda Bay that I'm going to use. There's the other side of these pieces. It's very hard to choose because these are my 2 favourite pieces in the pack. But we're going to use these side. I've been having a bit of a rat around the internet, and I've seen some things that have inspired me. So I'll use them to my advantage. So I'll just grab my trimmer. I've got a piece of basic white cardstock as my card base. I've got some basic black, and I've got a little bit of Bermuda Bay. So let's do some chopping. Okay, so I'm going to chop this one I'm just going to chop this whole strip at 14 centimeters, and then at 9.6. Why does that feel blunt? What have I been cutting with that blade? Okay, so I've just got that little piece. I'm going to keep this piece here beside me, and I'll just pop that one to the side. I'm just going to take a little strip of about 2 centimeters off this bottom one, because that's all I'm going to use of that. Okay, I've got that. I've got my basic white. I'm not sure what my black's cut to. Way too big, so let's fix that. So I need that at 10, and I need that at 14 point, just shy of 14.5. So let's go with 14.4 centimeters. Okay, that's for my outer border. Don't put that too far, I'm going to need it. Oh, and I've got a little piece. I got lots of stuff on my desk today. I don't know which bits I'm going to use. I remembered to bring an envelope though. So I know that I'm going to use this piece. And I was toying between whether I wanted a black card base or a white card base. And the white one, I don't know what it is at the moment. I seem to like doing white card bases. And that's going to have my black on top of that. Well, that's hard to see. Then I'm going to put this on top of here. And I need to trim this down because that is actually going to go on there. And then I'll have my black and white base. So who can remember what I cut that down to? Because I don't. All right, so what's happening in our Stampin' Up world? In our Stampin' Up world, we've still got celebration happening. We've still got, gosh, I can't remember. We've actually now got, in Australia, we've got until the 16th of March with celebration. I don't want that to happen like that. I want, okay, I'm going to have to. I want a little bit of black at the top and a little bit of black at the bottom. So let's see if I can get it by doing that. We've still got celebration happening, and we've still got the joining promotion that's going along with celebration. We've still got spend $90, get something for free. That didn't work for me, but that's all right. I can live with that. The host reward, extra host reward for hostesses that book a workshop or pop in a large order, they can get the extra, that beautiful stamp set, the Carmen Camellios, and something a little bit extra. So there's lots of opportunity with some great things for happening with celebration. And in Australia, because we got off to a bit of a slow start because we had trouble getting some stock, we've got a longer promotion period. So you've got until the 16th of March. Okay, so let's glue this down because I know that's what I want to do. What I have to decide though, because I know what I saw and I know what I liked. I'm trying to remember where I saw it. When I pop this up on my blog, I'll put a link to where I saw it or something similar. I saw something using the hand penned stamp set that I really liked, and I thought I can use this paper to do a similar sort of thing. So I think that maybe that flower is going to be what does it for me. We'll see. Putting this on doesn't actually matter which flower I choose. It's when it goes onto that white that it's going to matter. So this piece that I kept separate, okay, did I bring my good snips over? These ones will do. No, there's a good pair. I found a good pair sitting here beside me. Some that I prepared earlier. Okay, a little tray full of goodies over here. I don't think I'm going to end up using this, although I might. So I won't put it away yet. So when I look at this, that flower's easy to cut out. That's that flower there. That'll work. Although I do really want that one. Where's it on here? Who knows? I can't know, because where did I cut? Oh boy. Maybe I cut from that side. There we go. All right, so putting that back together, because it is a bit of a repeat pattern, because that one are the same, which makes that one and that one the same, but it doesn't automatically make those two the same. Okay, throw that idea out the window completely, and let's just pick a flower that I like. These two here are relatively big, so let's just pick those. What do you reckon? And I'm going to colour them with, I'll colour this one here with some Bermuda Bay. This one's the light. These are the blends. We used them last week as well. I'm going to colour these ones. I'll colour a couple that are close to each other. Okay, so this is the light Bermuda Bay. I don't think I really want the dark. I'm wishing I'd grabbed the white pen to push it through, but I didn't. So that's fine. And this one's the dark part. Just pop it around a little bit in the flowers. I'm just experimenting essentially. And then I'll just come back over it and push those petals down. And I'm going to cut these out. So I'm going to fussy cut them. So you get to watch me fussy cut again. No one said hello to me on my Facebook Live yet. But that's all right. It tells me how many people are watching as well, so I know you're there. All right. So for those that want to join, $169 to join at the moment. And you get $235 worth of product. And that's of your choice. And you get, I'm just going to cut out the one, $235 worth of product of your choice, plus you get any 2 free stamp sets in the annual catalogue or the January to June catalogue, commonly known to me as the JJ catalogue. So, and instead of just going until the end of February, it's now available until the 16th of March for us here in Australia. All of the stamp sets and the designer series paper that are available in the celebration catalogue are while stocks last, or until the 16th of March. one or the other, whichever one comes first. So my suggestion is don't delay. I don't know what extra stock they're getting, but my guess is it's going to take a while to get here if there is extra stock coming, and you don't want to miss out. So many pretties in there. My Tara loves that set with the little pineapple in it because she's a bit obsessed with pineapples. Now we've got some people that are saying hi. Hello, ladies. How are we? I don't feel so much like I'm talking to myself at the moment, although here comes Miss Year 12 student home from school. She's just going to make a little bit of noise as she walks past. And she's probably only going to make a little bit of noise. No, Tara, you may have to come back later. Okay, so, all right, just fussy cut that one out. Okay. It's only a little bit, but that's all right. That's what I wanted. Okay, now, if you don't have a die cutting machine, but you've got a trimmer, you can do this. If you've got a die cutting machine and they've got some nice, pretty, like the edge dies, I didn't put my lid on my adhesive, then what you'll find is like some of them are really pretty. You know, you can get some little scallop edges, you can get some lots of different little edges that just make things a little bit different. All right, now I've only just got a little tiny piece of this. And what I'm going to do it on the back of here just because I can. See if I can be frugal with my piece of white and keep it till next time. I'm going to do this just to show you. You can actually do blending tone on tone. Okay. So these are really cool. They're really soft. So all I'm literally doing is just, put the little bit of ink on the blending brush and I'm just swirling it around, backwards and forwards, swirling it around, just so I get a bit of colour and my Bermuda Bay strip is not plain. Can you see that? Probably not as dark as I'd like, but it still is there and it looks good. Not sure if you can see it. Want it a bit darker? Let's turn it over and do the other side because that's going to be a bit too hard to line up. But that's right. Just do the other side a bit more because I wasn't very heavy-handed. Oh, getting a green fingernail. Just so you can see the difference. Doesn't matter how light, you can't take the ink off, but you can always put more on. And if you've got it stuck down with some washi tape, you can lift it a little bit and see. Or if you continue to hold it, you can move it to the side a bit, just so that you can see what it's like. What I will remind you to do though is make sure you wash your stencil. Why do I say that? Is because I don't want to be using a light colour on that next time and find that everything goes pretty Bermuda Bay colour. So that one there, I'm not sure how easy it is for you to see. It's very light. That side there is very dark. Just smooth that out a bit. Okay. So what I am going to do, I'm thinking I need the dark side. I've cut it too long. Oops, nearly stuck that in my ink pad. I'm going to use the dark side, and that was 14. So just take that whisker off. Okay. And I'm going to pop that there like that. And that is going to sit over the top. It's a bit like a feature. so wanted to just stick that straight over the top of a flower. And look, there I can. All right, so let's glue that down, okay? So I'm just going to use the grids on my paper here. That one's there. So I've essentially got to go in that one. Okay, so I'll just put some adhesive down the back of this. Whatever adhesive you like, pick your favourite. This is nice and easy. Don't want such a big bit sticking out, but I want to be able to see some of it. So I've just come in just shy where I've marked my grid paper with my pair of snips. And look, you could do that with a piece of ribbon, you could do that with a piece of foil, and then I'm going to stick that one on top of there. Possibly could have moved that over just a smidge. You get a little bit of wiggle room with this adhesive. Not much though. And it depends on how thick you put it. I don't put it too close to the edges thick, because if it squirts out the side, you end up with a mess. This stuff does not dry clear. It dries tacky and it gets on everything and it will stick to your envelope. Okay. You're going to stick up there like so. Very quick, very easy little card. Need some dimensionals. There's none left on that piece. Oh, there's two left on this one. I think I might need a mini. Look, it's even come through on the back of that one. Let's just put it in the middle. Okay. So that actually worked out quite nicely. But I've got no sentiment yet. And we need a sentiment. So I'm going to stick that on there. What do you reckon? A happy birthday card? Oops, too close to the edge. Drag that in. Don't know what I'm going to do with you next week. I'm actually going away next week. And I won't be able to do my Facebook Live where I am, because I have a sneaking suspicion I'll be with a bunch of rowdies. And they'll make this lot here look very quiet. Hey, how good's that looking? If I do say so myself. So what the other thing I'm going to do, trying to keep this piece here a little bit neat and tidy. Why? Let's see. I'm going to pop that in there. And again, just because I can. You know how I like to decorate the inside of my cards. It's not really the same flower as the front, but I'm okay with that. And it's just a little bit subtle. And it looks really pretty. Let's do the envelope the same, hey? Go down the edge of the envelope. Might need to put a bit more ink on my blender brush. Alright. My earbud's falling out as I shake my head. Okay, so I'll come down this side, because I just put heaps of ink on it. I don't want to press too hard, but that's right. Too late now. Right, how's that? Yeah. You could even do like the whole, maybe not. No, won't fit. I was going to say you could do the whole back of your envelope, but it won't fit. But that's pretty. Okay, so envelope's done. So you're thinking, how am I going to do my sentiment? and stick with my colour theme, which essentially is one. All right, well, I've got more Bermuda Bay, but I've also got this black strip from where I cut one off earlier. I've got a whopping great big black one. I pulled this stamp set out. So I think it's going to be a birthday card, which means I need a happy birthday for the front, of which I don't have. I've got some here behind me. Let's just grab one of those. Okay, this is a pretty stamp set. The flowing flowers, happy birthday. It's very pretty. It actually goes quite nicely with those flowers, don't you reckon? Right, so I'll use that happy birthday. And I love this. Have you seen this in the catalogue? 1 minute you're young and cool, and the next you're getting excited over new towels. Happy birthday. I had a big birthday last week, and I turned 50, and we had a party. It was only a little party. I've got to put this stamp set together because I'm going to put that in the middle. It was only a little party. I'm sure that had there been no COVID around, I could have had probably triple the amount of people. And in saying that, I had a ball. I am totally blessed. I've got so many beautiful friends that way up. And we made some good fun things. Oops. You're watching me do this. I just did it a different way than what I usually do. I want to do that and that. I made some good fun things using my Stampin' Up supplies. I made a nice sign that talked about 50 and being 50 and what all of the things that I attributed to me. My mum did a speech which caused a massive giggle fest amongst everybody. They thought it was most amusing. And actually so did I, which was good. But my cake topper, which again I also made, had 50, the ultimate F word, written on it, which was, fun. Because when I did my sign, I used Bermuda Bay was the main. Thank you. Bermuda Bay was my main colour. It was the colour of my decorations, which is funny because that's why I was so happy to see this one come up. It was the colour of my decorations. It was colour of everything, like the backdrop, my cupcakes, the works. So I had a massive 50 cut out, and then I had a whole heap of fun F words to go around it. Fabulous, fun, feisty, all words that I would have said actually described me quite nicely. Now I'm just going to see if that excellent is relatively straight. To see what I did, I just used the grid paper to see how straight this stamp is cut and how nicely it stamps. So now I can be happy when I put this in here that it's going to be straight. And now you watch. All right. Any bets on how crooked I get it? So I had some friends come to a party. We rented one of the local halls, and we had a nice time, which was great. I don't normally put things in the middle. I normally put them down in the bottom corner and crooked so that it doesn't matter. But look at that. Couldn't have done that better if I tried. Oh, actually, yes, I could have done it a lot better if I tried. We just won't look at how crooked that is because it's actually very crooked. How do we fix something that's crooked? Well, this is how I do it. Add another piece. And I have a chuckle because you know what? I'm planning on being the only one that knows under there. Let me see if I can get it straight on here. There's two sides to this piece of cardstock, so we'll see how we go. 1 minute you're young and cool, and the next you're getting excited about new towels. Happy birthday. I think that that's very, very appropriate. What do you reckon? Is that fairly straight? It's better than that. Should we try the other side just in case? And then pick the best. Gotta hold my tongue right. I'll try again. If I use my Stamparatus, I get it. That's better. Third time lucky, or third time's a charm. Oh, no, actually. Just got to look at it out of the crook of your eye. I'm actually thinking this side's the better side. All right, and then what we'll do is, just because we can, and to make it look like I did it deliberately, oh, there must have been a fibre on there. Okay, so we'll go with 9's too much. This must be a squidgy piece because normally my width is 9.3. So this piece is a bit smaller than usual. I want a little bit. Didn't actually want that small amount, but anyway. Okay, and let's just trim. It's actually fairly straight if you look at it on the trimmer. That's not bad. I'm just going to trim that tiny bit off that side because that's better. Now it fits so much better. And then I'll put some adhesive on the back of here. Put some adhesive that is not going anywhere. So whoever the lucky duck that I give this to gets it. Holding my tongue right. Do you all find that? Okay, so I've just stuck that on there. And I will just mute my conversation over here with my family who don't realise it. Okay. That are going to talk on my thing, and I'm just going to add that into there. Right. And pop that in there. And now it looks like I did that so deliberately, it's not funny. What do you reckon? Looking good. I still need a sentiment for the front. Okay, so moving right along, I need a happy birthday. I really like this happy birthday here. And I obviously haven't used it before either because it's not mounted. Anyone else do that? Just mount them as they need them. Right. So mounting this one onto its, you can use them just like that, they will stick, but I like to see, I like to put the backs on them. Now I'm going to take it off and pop that one on there. You can keep these become really good masks if you want to mask off the space. So if you're trying to be, if you want, like, it works really well with flowers especially, so if you wanted to just go around something, they act like a really good mask. This big one would have been good. I have not done it in the past, and I picked that tip up when I was searching the internet the other day for something and thought, okay. Now, I've got a little favourite of mine here. I'll just put that over to the side. I didn't plug my heat tool in. So under here, I've got my heat tool and I've got a few other goodies. So, but under the back here, I have PowerPoint. I just needed to plug the heat tool in. Okay. Hello, Siri. Okay. And I've got, I don't know if you'll remember these. This is just a little, this is an embossing buddy. We don't stock them anymore, but I find that when I use white on black, I need it. Takes away the oil from my fingers, the ink, not the ink, the oil from my fingers, and the static from everything. So I'm just gonna, I think my Versamark needs re-inking because it's a bit, how's your father? Okay. Yep, there it is. You can see it. And I'll put some white embossing powder on it. My embossing powder's a bit old. I need to restock and get some new stuff. Oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty font. Okay, just put that over there. Hopefully I won't bump it. Heat tool. Let's warm it up. You're not going to be able to hear me for a sec. Warm it up. Okay. There's some real wow in this. Not sure if you can see it. I got it stuck on my, yeah. Some people go from underneath, but I don't. You see it happening? Look. Burning fingers. And it's as easy as that. We got asked at an event that I went to on the weekend what our favourite tool was. And my most used tool is my trimmer. My favourite tool just so happens to be the heat tool because I do love the effect I can get with embossing. All right. And again, just my trimmer. Now I am cutting this out like this first because I want to see what it looks like. But my plan was actually to fussy cut round it. And do this. But I actually think I'm not a fan of all the little white bits that I ended up with on there. But anyway, I can trim it down a bit more. So one of the things I do love about this trimmer is I can trim things so close. Whereas the previous trimmer, I couldn't. And they still, it's so accurate. Like, look at the size of that strip. I think I took one off earlier that was even smaller. See? Or I could put it there. Put it up there. But you know what? I think I'm going to put it here. Which means I'm thinking I might colour. Oh, do I want to colour that flower in? No, I don't. Don't touch it. One other thing you could do, if you wanted to, and I'm not going to, but you know that you could colour your embossing with, yeah, I'll show you. That's going to stick on there. But just before we do it, if you wanted something different, it's going to be too small for me to hold without burning my fingers. Oh, that's okay. We'll see how we go. Hopefully I won't burn them too bad. All right. Oops. This is just going to be the sample, so I won't be too stressed about the fact that I've got the edge of my stamp under there. Okay. All right, bring this in. I'll just burn my fingers for a second. Makes the magic happen and let my fingers get burnt. Don't burn my fingers. Out. Too hot. Too hot. My suggestion is use a big piece. Let's let that dry.
Tweezers.
Or tweezers, yep, that's right, Foss.
That's pretty.
Okay. Watch this magic. At that. Now, why did I do a second one to show you? Because I wanted to make sure it worked before I stuck it on mine. You can see that it's going to go around. But look at that. How pretty is that? All right, so my suggestion is that you put a bit of colour. If you're going to do this, put a bit of colour all over, because otherwise I'm not sure, you guys won't be able to see it. Around there, there's like an edge. I know this cardstock is black, but there's actually an edge around the bit that I didn't put alcohol on. Okay, and that will stay there. Another way that you can actually add a bit of difference if you're into the fussy cutting bit, and this seems to be all the rage at the moment, is doing the messy cutout thing of the words. Radio, and all the way around. It's like adding like a, I don't know, a word bubble. So now you're going to have to decide which one I'm putting on my card. I'm still leaning towards the first one, although I do rather like this one. And voila. Oh, that's a bit bodgy. Wasn't smooth enough for my liking. All right, so, okay. And we've got this one, or we have this one. Oh, I think, oh, that makes it hard because I really like that one as well. I really, really like that one as well. Because it's different. All right, let's colour this one in just so that we can see the difference. Because I really like the colouring. So I'm just literally going over my white embossing with my alcohol marker, just to give it the colour I want. Did I know about this before? I'd heard of people doing it. Had I done it before? Nope. Do I like it? Yes, love the result. Is the black forgiving? Very. Okay. One or two. Oh, I think it's going to need to be two. I really do. I've got lines, I've got straight lines, and I've got more straight lines. No, that's not going to fit. Never mind. Yeah. This one wins. Just because of the shape. All right. Decision made. Put my lid on that. I know I'm going to knock it over otherwise. And I'm going to put this one on flat. but I don't want to put it in the middle, and I don't want to put it at the end. I just want to put it on straight. So hold my tongue right. Now, I've got these babies. That's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. I've shown you these before. These are the classic matte dots. I could put them on in Bermuda Bay, but I'm thinking some black ones. Why could I put them on in Bermuda Bay? Because you can colour them in. But I am thinking some black ones. Yeah. Okay. Do I want black ones? Yeah. I should pull out the take your pick tool. Just so that I can grab them. There we go. Some of those. Might put another one. Do I want two or one down there? No. Okay. How's that? One birthday card. Bermuda Bay. Black, white, and one colour. And you could do that in any colour. Any of those colours that I picked. I don't know that I'd do it in Pacific Point. It was really hard for me to colour in a green flower, I must admit. Hello, Miss Donna. Coming in at the last minute. Alrighty. So, there's my card. I've used some designer series paper, two stamp sets, because I've used my flowing flowers and my Bragworthy, because Bragworthy's fun. Look at this one here. All 5 stars. Would recommend you as a friend. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, I didn't use Memento. Oh, yes, I did. I used Memento ink. I used my Bermuda Bay pair of markers, my adhesive, my Bermuda Bay ink, and a blending brush. These are sold in packs of 3s. Okay, and I popped some classic dots. Nice and easy, quick, easy stamping. Most of the designer series paper's doing the work. Oh, and don't forget, there's my envelope. Makes my desk look really busy, doesn't it, when I have it all piled up there? So I'll just pop that all out of the way. But black, white, and one colour. So we've got beautiful Bermuda Bay. And thank you all for helping me pick. I really appreciate it. That was a bit of fun, actually. So there we go. If anyone does any cards in similar, because there's heaps of pretty flower stamps that we have that you could stamp this background if you didn't have this sort of designer series paper. If anyone does anything similar with any of the other colours, I'd love to see them. Just post a photo of them on my wall. I do have a VIP group if anyone's interested in joining it. We do have a few other things that sort of happen in that VIP group. Extra card samples that get shown, bit of fun, bit more chitter chatter and whatnot about it. I'll post a link to it once I've finished the video. Actually, I'll share it to the page so that if anyone that's watching or watches this on catch up, you can pop on over and request to join. So once again, thanks for popping in. See you all afterwards. And don't forget, we're still doing celebration because it's still a happy month. And yeah, and I'd like to say happy birthday to all of the Aquarians out there. All good. Okay, thanks. I'll catch you all later. Bye.